everybody, and welcome to the worksheet or the supplemental page for Module 5, Lesson 20. The top part is a reminder in how to multiply by sevens. So it has you across the top counting by sevens and then doing your multiplication below. Remember, you have 7 groups. There's 3 in each group. How many total do you have for multiplication? So I'm going to let you do the multiply by yourself. I'm going to slide this up. Oops, that made it really blurry. I just wanted to slide it up a little bit. All right, so it says label the fraction, circle the fractions below that are equal. So you're looking for the fractions that have the same amount. So what you want to start with for each one is you're going to start with the denominator. I'm actually going to do this in a different color so you can see it. See how that looks? Actually, I'm going to do it a little bit fatter so that it's easier to see. So there's 4 squares, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it doesn't say whether or not to, and I think we're going to be okay with this too, but it doesn't say which one we're going to do. So we're going to pick the shaded ones to talk about. So out of the 4, 2 of them are shaded. So this is 2/4. So I labeled the fraction, it's 2/4, and it wants to circle the fractions below that are equal. So I'm actually going to do all of the fractions just so you can see it. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 4 total pieces. And of those 4, 3 are shaded. So I'm not going to circle that one because it's not the same as 2/4. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. And 2 are shaded. So there's 2/4. So I'm going to circle that fraction right there. Because it'd be the same as that. Even though it's in a different arrangement, they still have 2/4 shaded. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. Awesome. So 4 pieces here. 1, 2 are shaded. So 2/4 and 2/4 and 2/4. So I circled that one because it matches. And then over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4. And 2 are shaded. So it's 2/4. So I'm going to circle that. So those are all equal despite the fact that each one has a different positioning of their cubes. So let's come over here. It says label the shaded fraction. So this one, it says label the shaded fraction. Draw 2 representations of the same fractional amount. So I'm going to count my pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 total cubes. And of the shaded fraction, I have 3 pieces that are shaded. So 3/5 of that object are shaded. So now it wants me to draw 2 different ways to show 3/5 with a different arrangement of shapes. So I'm going to have 5 cubes for both of these drawings because that's the total number of pieces it's done into. So for my first one, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did 5 total pieces. Then I'm going to shade in 3 of them to match it. 1, 2, and 3. So that would be 3/5 as well. I'm going to come over here to this one and I'm going to rearrange my shapes in a different way. It doesn't really matter the order because if you look over here, they're kind of all different ways that they positioned their cubes. So as long as you start out with 5 total cubes, you should be good. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have to shade in 1, 2, 3. So that is 3/5 of them shaded in. If your 2 look differently than mine, as long as you have 5 cubes and 3 of them are shaded in, that would show me 3/5 of them are shaded in. So you can rearrange them. They don't have to be exactly like mine as long as you have 5 cubes total, but only 3 of them are shaded in. So I'm going to come down here and it says, label the fraction. Draw 2 different representations of the same fractional amount. So it says label the shaded part again. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 total pieces. That's how many pieces it's divided into. So we know down here I have to draw a shape with 8 cubes and another fraction of 8 cubes. But we'll get to that in a minute. Now I need to show what the fraction that's shaded is. So I have 1, 2. I have 2/8 of the fraction, 2/8 of that shape shaded in. So down here, I'm going to have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 cubes here and I have 8 cubes here. So I need to shade in 2 of those to match the fractional shaded in portion of the above one. So there's 1 and 2. And if I wrote that, it would also be as 2/8 shaded. So I have to do it again a different way. So this time I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this one looks different from this one, and it looks different from this one. But I'm not done here because I have 8 pieces and I have to shade in 2 of them to make it equal to that one. So I have 1 piece shaded in and 2 pieces shaded in. So that gives me 2/8 of my fractions shaded. So same thing with number 4. Label the shaded fraction. Draw 2 representations of the same fractional amount. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to say that this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pieces in my fraction. Then how many are shaded? 1, 2, 3 pieces are shaded. So 3, 6. So each of my shapes have to have 6 cubes in it. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My cubes are a little wonky, but that is what it is. I need to shade in 3 of those to make it equivalent or equal to this one up here. 1, 2, 3 squares shaded in. So over here, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 total pieces, but I'm going to shade in 3 of those to match the fraction above shaded in. So that's 1, 2, and 3. So let's come down here to our word problem. Leah pours half a gallon of water into each vase. Which vase has more water? Explain your thinking. So think about what we just did. Did it matter the position we put our shapes in? No. If we had a hole the same as the shaded, if we had the hole the same in every single one we drew and the shaded part was the same, it didn't matter how we positioned those shapes. So if A has half a gallon of water in it and B has a half a gallon of water in it, does it matter the size of the container? No, it won't matter because they both have the same amount of water. It's just positioned differently. This one is low and wide, that one is tall and thin, but there's still a half gallon of water in both vases. So which one has more water? They have the same amount because I'm going to stop there for a second. So I want you to explain to me, and you can type it in the comments below about why do they have the same amount of water in them. All right, my friends, that is the end of our worksheet for lesson 20 for module 5.